Hello everyone, my name is Irwan Nurcholis from the Department of English Education, class of 2019, so now I'm the first semester student. In this video, I would like to explain the summary material, namely designing on material selection and preparation of material for an ESP course, because this is my assignment from my lecturer. Okay, obtaining the learning needs. Designing the material to realize ESP learning by one parameter. Of course, making the material, of course, there must be parameters that are assigned, because in English for specific course design point we need to emphasize it at the beginning so that the material fits the specific purpose. The ESP design must be specific so that the design is specific, so parameters are needed. Parameters are indicators or points that we must pay attention to. The point parameter is determined by the circumstance, the client, our prospective learner, the environment, and then after that determined by us as course design. The parameter of the course consists of first, should the course be intensive or extensive. This has to do with time, place, and of course we must determine the intensive or extensive course. Intensive only focus on the goal, continuous and shorter. Extensive longer range or more relation, a little delay in time. Second, so the learner performance be assessed or not assessed. It is assessed or not because there is an ESP that is not assessed but it is direct practice. Of course, what is promising is that the ESP that is assessed and not assessed, it is certainly different. Graded or unnecessary is agreed upon at the start of the ESP course. Third, so the course deal with immediate needs or delayed needs. Delation, immediate or long-term urgency. Immediate means skills from ESP are needed immediately. Delayed need, meaning that the skill of ESP may still take a long time but learn now. Fourth, short role of teacher, provider, or facilitator. This is related to our role as direct instructor or facilitator. Direct tutor means teacher who directly meets student at each meeting or who directly teach student. Facilitator who usually provide deadline, material, and evaluation but is more likely to give full access to the learner. Autonomy. The teacher is more flexible as a facilitator. 5. Some course have a broad of narrow focus. Although ESP is specific, it is still categorized as broad and narrow focus because there are tiny ESP that are very specific, because there are ESP that discuss very specific skill preparation material which are not yet in general ESP. Broad focus means that the topic is still general even though it is specific. Narrow means that it is very specific to its ESP goals, skills. 6. So the course we pre-study or pre-experienced or run parallel or experience are their skill we teach at ESP. A kind of pre-study or pre-experience means that before, for example, English for Indonesian worker abroad, ESP for takeaway before leaving means the learning is inexperienced. Run parallel means learning ESP because you have started already working while learning ESP, so you can practice it right away. Meaning the learner is experienced. 7. Some material common core or specific. Some of the material in ESP learning are generic and some are very specific. Common core is the material is more general even though it is specific. Specific means that the material is very specific, usually provided by the professional directly, so that the material provided can directly. So the group taking course be homogeneous or heterogeneous. Whether ESP learning is homogeneous or heterogeneous. Usually the consideration is the effectiveness of ESP, learning homogeneous, equal, and heterogeneous different. Of course, if heterogeneous, we also have to focus on different motivation from the learner. We have to look at uh, 9. Solve the score design reported on by the language teacher or solve the subject to a process of negotiation with the learner, whether the learner is following us as ESP organizer or we are negotiating because with the course of the course. Usually the learner is in the middle of giving feedback on the ESP evaluation. You can identify feedback in determining the measure. We can prepare it at the beginning. In the middle, we make a revision, and while making, maybe the material will change according to the needs of the learner and the request of the learner. Fixed course design, for example, course that are ready to do ESP learning so that the learner just follow the wishes of the ESP course organizer. Flexible negotiation means that the running course can while looking at the feedback from the learner. The course can be modified according to the learner wishes. 2. Deciding on material. After we understand the parameter, then we bring the interview result for deciding on material, namely by first analysis of student needs. We begin next the material, determining the material to be taught according to the needs of student. So that it is suitable here, we determine the appropriate material for the needs of the learner. Establishing specific goals. The purpose referred to here is the goal of designing specific material for learning English as shown by need analysis and expression in terms of what students expect. Okay, that's my explanation about the summary of this material. Thank you for your attention. See you on my next video. Thank you. Okay.